Tell you, big tech actually just last week. I don't know if you guys knew this or not. Just last week, I was censored by Microsoft-owned LinkedIn for saying that fossil fuels are a requirement for human prosperity. Think about that. Where we are in the election interference season, it's already begun when technology companies are determining what we can and cannot say. And one of the reasons I love this state, I love the granite state, the free state, the live free or die state, is that you will not be afraid, you will not be shut down. When I come and talk to you guys, you know what? We get harder questions at our events than we do from the media. I love that about you guys. And so tonight, we're on this beautiful boat cruise. That's great. Give yourself a round of applause for being the state that actually supports free speech in America. I love that now. So we're going to have a real conversation tonight. One of the things I'm actually doing tonight is I'm going to announce how we're going to end the war in Ukraine without giving them another dime. That's coming up in a little bit. But before I do, I want to talk to you about what the heck is actually going on in our country. You got to think about it. You ask most people my age what it means to be an American today. Just give it a try. You get a blank stare in response. That's the real vacuum at the heart of our national soul. We're hungry to be part of something bigger than ourselves, yet we can't even answer what it means to be an American. When you have a void that runs that deep, that's when the poison begins to fill the void. First poison, wokeness, a new philosophy that says your identity is based on the color of your skin. That if you're black, you're disadvantaged. That if you're white, you're privileged. No matter your economic background or your upbringing, your race governs who you are and what you can achieve in life. I reject that view, but you know what, Congresswoman Ira Presley of the Squad, thank you. I appreciate that. We stand against it. They say that we don't want any more black faces that don't want to be a black voice. We don't want any more brown faces that don't want to be a brown voice. Think about that for a second. When your race goes from being about your skin color to being about the ideas you're allowed to have, then any disagreement with those ideas automatically makes you a racist. And there is no greater damnation in modern America than to be called a racist. So when given the choice between pledging allegiance to this new religion and being tarred with that scarlet R, everyday Americans are choosing to bend the knee. That's what's created this new culture of fear. That's effectively what Don Lemon called me on air, sitting on the set across the table from at CNN. He said basically that I'm a racist, that I can speak and disagree with him when I have black skin in this country. Now here's the thing, I think we're at a turning point because he got fired after that. So we're at a turning point. You know what, the story's going to end well, but we got to see the problem with clear eyes, right? So over here, you got this racial religion, right? Now, right around the same time as we got the racial religion, we have a second religion in this country. This is the religion of transgenderism in America, the cult of gender ideology. This one says that the sex of the person you're attracted to is hardwired on the day you're born. It had to be. It counts as a civil right. But it also says at the same time now, your own biological sex is completely fluid over the course of your life. Now, those two things can't make sense at the same time if you're applying logic. But if you're subscribing to a religious cult, then you can believe these things at the same time. So that's the second religion. You got the cult of racial wokeism. You've got the cult of gender ideology. And then right around the same time, now we see the rise of a third cult in America. The cult of climatism. Now, this is a new cult that says we have to stop carbon emissions at all costs here in the United States, even though we turn a blind eye to shifting those same carbon emissions to places like China on the other side of the world. Now, that wouldn't make sense. And this is the same cult that would also say that we're against carbon emissions, but we're also against nuclear energy, the best known form of carbon-free energy production known to mankind. So I can go on all night, going after one cult after another, popping up like whack-a-mole, just popping up one place after another. You look, slap one down, you got wokeism down here, transgenderism over there. Done with the transgenderism, you got the climate cult here. Done with that, you got a COVID religion popping up. Wear the mask, get the vaccine. The real question is what the heck is going on in our country that we see the rise of these different secular religions at the same time? You think that's a coincidence? It is not. It is a symptom of a deeper cancer in America. And that cancer is a void of purpose and meaning at the heart of the American soul. I'll tell you, first personally here, I'm 37 years old. I was born in 1985. I'm the first millennial ever to run for U.S. president as a Republican. Okay? Thank you.